today on the show. Holiday season is upon us. We will talk about that and more coming up today on Traveling with the Mouse. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 474 of Traveling with the Mouse. My name is Adam. I am the host this week, and I am joined, as always, by John.
Your devotion to that ancient religion hasn't recovered the stolen data tapes.
Okay, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's sort of Disney, right? No.
It's acquired Disney.
I was just thinking about that line. I was like, that really gives you an idea of what time frame the movie was shot in, because they used the word data tapes.
Yeah.
It was like,
right.
They didn't foresee that part of the future.
Yeah. If it was a decade later, it would have been the data floppy disk. I don't know.
Or something.
The hard disks. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. That is funny that they use tape.
They would have had like a CD-ROM on R2.
Which, to tie it into Disney, though, that reminds me of Walt when he was talking about Carousel of Progress and how they reset the show scenes, and it's like a tape. And then the other one rewinds while it, to reset the scene.
Yes.
That's funny to think about.
When I think about it, the time period that me just a little bit more than you, have grown up in, there's a lot technologically that has changed from the point of when we were born to now. Probably even more so than, I know a lot changed in the previous, but probably even more so than the previous generation.
Yeah, like I was probably the last generation to grow up without the internet or social media and stuff like that completely taking over.
Well, I was going to say, because all the stuff I've seen, when I was a kid, at first there wasn't even a VCR in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the time that I was born, they still cost like $1,000 or something.
Right.
And now you can't even find one, right? So
unless you go to like a pawn shop or like a vintage store or something that might have
8-tracks were still a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although that was short-lived.
Right.
It was a short-lived thing no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's like, just thinking of music alone, there were still records.
Yeah.
So it went from records to this 8-track to cassette tapes, which cassette tapes probably lasted almost as long as records did originally.
Right.
And then the CDs came along and the tapes fade out.
Yeah.
Then it's digital. And pretty soon you don't even have to buy it, apparently. You just have to buy a digital service, which is really in a way kind of sad. But anyway.
Yeah. Now you can Bluetooth connect to anything just about. So.
Yeah. It's very convenient, but as an artist, it would kind of suck, actually. I'm sure they made a lot more money back whenever they had to buy individual.
Well, I think now the whole point is you have to be your own brand and make money off of social media posts and...
Yeah, but that opens it up to fewer people, I think, not more people.
Yeah, because not everybody's capable of doing that.
Right.
But remember when you had to do the cassette tape adapter to play a CD in your car that didn't have a CD player?
Yeah.
Like, how the heck did that work?
And to tie this into Disney,
yes. Okay.
When I was born, there was not yet an EPCOT. You can't say that.
Back in my day,
it was being built.
Yeah. I was around before MGM Studios was built.
That is correct.
But I don't really remember a day before MGM Studios. But technically, I was there before it opened. I just don't remember that.
Sure. I can say I was born before 3 out of the 4 Disney parks and all of the Universal parks.
Right.
You were born before all of the Universal parks.
Yeah. Which are, for those who can't see us, obviously, we're not on video on this, but I'm wearing a Mickey Santa hat to celebrate the holidays. And John is wearing a Universal Studios Florida shirt.
This actually came from the only time that I've been there so far.
Yeah. Blasphemous. I'm having to look at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did it just for you, though, because I know how you're really like
the last holdout.
Well, no, you're just really like very Like you think it's blasphemous to even mention or go there for some reason. I don't understand your thinking.
You must
of that,
never
your
go
logic.
there because it's that shadowy place.
Okay.
Everything the light touches is all kingdom.
However, look what I'm drinking out of.
A haunted mansion mug.
This is my favorite coffee mug ever.
It is cool, yeah. You know, and if I ever said that, one of my kids would break it the next day, so I can't say my favorite anything.
Yeah. As far as Disney, I have 3 coffee mugs that I actually like to use. I'm not like the hugest coffee drinker in the world. Sometimes I'll put my tea in it, or this is actually mushroom coffee.
I went back to regular coffee.
You went back to I have both.
I can't help it. I like regular coffee too much.
But the Haunted Mansion one's cool. But I haven't. And then I think I had another Haunted Mansion. No, I didn't have another Haunted Mansion. The other one I got a 20,000 Leagues.
That's a cool one.
And then I also have one that says something about getting a fast pass to Friday, which is also kind of dated now.
You mean a lightning lane or a premier pass to Friday? It's a very expensive way to get to Friday.
Interestingly enough, that mug was bought in 2021. You know, that was before they started doing
right on the edge there.
Yes, that was before they announced the new Genie Plus. Well, I say announced. It was before they really said they were going to do it, I guess.
Right.
Whenever Fast Pass was still absent and everybody kept waiting for its return, and then it returned as Genie.
Yeah. So the holidays are here. I do want to segue into that for a bit to talk about Disney and the holidays before I forget about it. There is something that I was excited for. I'm trying to think, did I do this last year or the year before? But at Disney Springs, Jock Lindsay's has the holiday overlay, if you will, pop-up bar, I guess is what they call it.
I would say a bar with an overlay. Okay.
Yeah. Well, a bar with an overlay with another overlay? How do you... Because it's an Indiana Jones themed bar.
Yeah, but that's not really an overlay. That's its original theme, so that's not the same thing.
Okay, an Indiana Jones themed bar with a holiday theme on top of it. There you go.
There you go. Just like Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise is a theme. Then you make it jingle.
Which I loved this last time I can't remember when we last... Was it last year or the year before? But absolutely had a great time there. And... They've got
Hangar Bar?
Yep, at Hangar Bar. Got some holiday specifics like the candied bacon. Looks pretty good. I usually make that myself, by the way, the candied bacon.
Did you go in and ask them to give you all the candied bacon they have? No.
Yeah, I don't because I'm afraid how much that would be. Let's
Price
see.
Wise, right? Not the amount of bacon.
Right, exactly. Yeah, right. Ooh, they have a peanut butter screwball, peanut butter whiskey, peppermint white chocolate.
Kind of sounds disgusting, actually.
Yeah, it kind of does. But anyway, I enjoyed this pump-up bar, so I'm excited to hopefully go back there. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work that in my schedule. But Enzo's Hideaway also has some special, looks like drinks from November 1st to December 31st. And Emirates Patisserie has special holiday treats. I like their stuff, but again, it's like everything is overpriced for what, it's like really fancy looking stuff and it's fine. But anyway, they have like a Yule log that looks cool. But
I was going to say, it's Disney. What isn't overpriced?
I know. It's really for the saying you did it and posting something about it on social media. That's what it's really about.
That's what it's about.
Like, for example, the Grand Floridian with the gingerbread house thing. We did that and got the shingles. Well, that sounds like we caught shingles virus. We caught shingles from it. So it's not all as cracked up to be.
You got shingles from the Grand Floridian. That's all I heard of that. I'm taking that outtake. You need to, right. If you were fair and balanced, you would take that outtake.
I don't know what you're talking about. We bought a gingerbread shingle from the Grand Floridian for like $8 or something. And it's dry gingerbread. It's not very good.
It's not
So
the actual shingles, right? I mean, they actually baked more stuff. I mean, it didn't come
no,
from the roof.
they actually pull it off the roof and stick it in a bag. And
No, I know better than that. I've been
yes,
there.
no, they're just not that good. So I'm like, what? Like but the line is always long, and it's because it's the novelty of it and the
Well, right. There's a lot of things
saying
that
you
are like
did it.
that.
Yeah. So it's
I would argue that Chef Mickey's is because it has Mickey's name in it. It's really not that great
Yeah.
for breakfast. I mean, it's not worth what people. It's not worth
No.
the way it's coveted.
Right. It's not worth the price. You do see 5 characters, which is great, but they churn those characters through so fast.
Yeah.
That you're done in 40 minutes and you haven't even had a chance to eat. So
Actually, the last time that I ate there is when they were doing the overhaul. That was a while back. We ate in, what was it, like the convention center was where they had Chef Mickey's breakfast, which was weird because they had more availability, partially because they had like way more space.
Yeah.
And it seemed to actually factor into them slowing down the characters a bit. But
because they didn't have enough room.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, they had more room.
Because they didn't have near as many. They'd have to turn them out as fast because they had more space to put people.
Right.
And I know we've made this argument before, but I feel like that's kind of the same argument with Cinderella's Royal Table. It's just the location. It doesn't yield very much space. So that's part of the reason why it was hard to get. Obviously, there was a big appeal of eating in the castle, but again, it wouldn't have been quite as rare if they had more space.
Yeah. So let me run through this. The Festival of the Holidays is coming up at the end of the month, right after Thanksgiving, starting on Black Friday, which I'm going to be there for some of this Festival of the Holidays. So at Communicore Hall, something called Celebration Countdown.
Okay.
So pastry team created a truly grand and miraculous 8-foot-tall gingerbread display of Spaceship Earth. That's kind of cool. Are they building it now? Because I see that they posted something about them putting it together. So that's cool. It's going to be a gingerbread Spaceship Earth. So maybe you can get a Spaceship Earth tile of dry gingerbread for $8.
I'm sure it will taste somewhat the same as the
a triangular shaped one this time.
As the shingle and
yeah. Just don't go get shingles at the Grand Floridian.
You can get them at EPCOT too. You can get shingles everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Christmas party is already in swing, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
I'm looking at, the holiday kitchens. There's a few new ones. The first is experimental prototype cookies of tomorrow. That's interesting. Which this is the one downside of the Festival of the Holidays. It's pretty dessert heavy.
I don't know if I want to eat a cookie that said it was a prototype.
Right. So it says you can purchase gingerbread triangles and of your own at this holiday kitchen. So basically it's the dried up.
I was gonna say, good and well, it's gotta be the same recipe.
Yeah.
But just in a
triangular
Spaceship
shape.
Earth. Yeah.
Right.
This triangular shaped.
Snowflake decorating. That's fun. I guess an activity for kids. They can decorate snowflakes.
Is that a pastime, decorating snowflakes? I mean,
yeah.
I always thought I've heard of people using them as decorations, but
I do like the storytellers, though, around World Showcase. That's something that is fun to see. I like the guy in France in particular. And
that does what?
The other one? They tell the traditions of that country, like the holiday traditions or whatever.
Yeah. That's been around for a while there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The guy, though, I know in France is there every year, and he's been there forever. Hopefully he's still able to do it, but he is kind of old. But yeah, it's great. Festival Fragrances presented by Scentsy.
I see. So Scentsy has gotten big enough to be a sponsor at something Disney related. That's interesting.
Yeah, apparently. On the way between Imagination and World Showcase, that little path area, they have a fragrance booth. I don't know what you should call it.
So they're holiday fragrances. Like, so what do they?
I guess
can smell like
seasonal
candy cane
aromas. Yeah, gingerbread again.
or yeah, smell like gingerbread.
Smell like a shingle.
Smell like a Yule log. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Hot toddy?
Eggnog.
Yeah. Ooh, it's eggnog. So that's Festival of the Holidays. It's probably the least, but it's also the shortest festival too, I bet, at EPCOT. Festival of the Arts is not that long either, but I don't know. Like I said, it's pretty dessert heavy, so it's not as...
I'm scheduled to be there during Festival of the Arts.
That's right. You're going to be at Farts next year.
Sure. With it being called that, should it also be sponsored by Cincy?
Maybe.
Would that being the acronym for it?
Let's see. So what do we know about the Christmas party?
I just know that it's started.
Yeah.
From what I saw, I don't think there was a lot of changes, right?
Yeah, not a ton. You still get, the minis fireworks thing, the parade. You get the snow on Main Street. No dreamsicle lights, of course, again. They haven't done that since 2019.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like that's going to happen again.
And I'm pretty sure that's a cost-effective change since they have projections. Projections are much more cost-effective than putting a crane up in October or September, for that matter, to try and put the lights on.
Yeah, it's because it took a couple of weeks, didn't it, to usually put that up.
I thought it took longer than that. I swear, I remember seeing that crane being there in September before, and I think it was related to the lights. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it may have been.
I think they started early. They just didn't turn them on, obviously, until...
Get them on, but don't turn them on. I wish they would do something better than... But I guess they just do projection on the castle during the party to make it look Christmassy, but...
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah, you wish it would...
I get the cost part, but it's just not the same. It'd be much better with physical lights.
Yeah, it would. Like, you can't put LEDs on there? Like, would it be... Is it that expensive?
It would be kind of hard to put the lights on there and just keep them there. I don't think that would work too well.
Yeah, year-round, you probably would notice it wouldn't be as good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
So looking at the party dates as of the recording of this, December 3rd and 5th are sold out. December 20th, the last party is sold out. And that is $219.
The 20th, that's the last party?
Yeah, December 20th.
That's also my daughter's party. That's her birthday anyway.
Are you going to charge $219 for
people to come to? Yes.
Well, also the first 4 are sold out as well, but there's a lot of dates still available. I was looking at this earlier too about the prices. I mean, 2019, 5 years ago, the lowest was $99. I think $89 for like EDC pass holder rate. And 5 years later, the lowest price is $169.
So an increase of
71%.
$70. Oh, 71%? Really?
That's what it says. A 71% increase. Because, it was about $100, so I guess that makes sense. It was a little
Not
less
inflation.
Well, yeah, it's definitely,
It's disflation.
Right. It's a whole nother level. I thought we were looking at that too, that price of parking in 1992 was $4 for theme park parking, and it's $30 today, which, just going by inflation, at that same price it would have been $9. So
if you went solely by inflation,
right? It's tripled the rate of inflation.
Right.
Parking. Just the parking at the theme parks.
Yeah. As I said, as long as people continue to pay it, that's going to be in that range.
But, so as I said, about 70% increase. And compared to your average NFL game, tickets have gone up 30% since 2019.
They're pretty ridiculous too, actually.
Yeah, they are. But, you can still get like some cheaper seats. So I guess the average price is still going to end up being lower than a Christmas party ticket. the average concert ticket is up 44%. Is that including all the fees that Ticketmaster tries to
Well,
throw
I
at
was
you?
just about to say, is it up 44% if you go to the traditional box office, which is pretty much non-existent in this day
Right.
and age, or through
Yeah.
one of the,
The mini ticket
or is that
sites,
getting a resale after all the scalpers buy them?
I guess.
That's pretty much the only, it's
Oh
usually the
my
only
gosh.
option. That's usually the only option if you don't get it within like the first hour.
Yeah.
Or maybe even the first few minutes even.
Yep. It's pretty crazy how many fees are on everything now.
You know, something I learned, I was wondering this too, right? So we've been to see Billy Joel a couple of times, right? And his tickets are somewhat reasonable. Come to find out, and I'm not exactly sure how this works or how they determine it, but apparently an artist does have some say in what Ticketmaster charges.
Ugh.
So just keep that in mind.
I bet most artists just be like, whatever the most you can get out of it is to sell out. Or
It's very possible. But he's always managed to keep his relatively reasonable when you compare it to others.
yeah,
Because we had a couple other people that we looked at going to there in that same time period, like Elton John or Jimmy Buffett even. They were pretty astronomical for their shows.
Well, of course, Elton John's with the farewell tour, wasn't it?
Well, not the time that I first started looking at it. It was before he announced the farewell tour.
Oh, okay.
That was a long time ago.
Hmm.
And of course, now obviously you couldn't get Buffett tickets now, but
Used to live in Atlanta. Elton
who
John.
did? Elton John? Yeah.
Or he had a place.
Does he not anymore?
And he sold it because somebody that we know lived in that same building. And they knew he had like the top 3 floors or something. Anyway, but he sold it
All right.
recently. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Okay, prices.
We were talking about inflation, and we, of course, went off on a rabbit trail. That's what we do.
Yes, that's how we do it. Yeah, prices are high, but Disney's are higher. That's basically the lesson there.
Yeah. But they, truth be told, in the position that they're in, they can afford to be because, again, people, it's a matter of, they use it as a
supply and
means
demand.
of trying to, supply and demand, but they
People
use it
buy.
as a means of trying to make more on less, right?
Yeah,
So,
true. Yeah, because they're definitely not giving you more for the amount you're paying for the Christmas party. They didn't add $100, 70% more
Right.
things to do.
And I think most people just see it as we like to do this. I hate to pay this amount, but we feel obligated to be able to do it, type thing. But there's got to be, well, maybe there doesn't have to be. People have probably been saying this for years, but you would think there's got to be a breaking point, but who knows
We've
where
not
that is.
found it, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I was about to make another thing there and I forgot what
Because
it
we're
was.
kind of part of the problem.
Well, we know somebody who is.
Someone's definitely a big part of the problem.
Yeah. Someone who shall remain nameless.
Is this like Harry Potter? What Voldemort, how they always said that we don't speak of him or whatever.
Yeah.
The one of whom we do not speak or something like that.
What's with you talking about all this Universal stuff? Like,
Oh gosh.
gosh.
What'd you
sound
back up
Slinky
like
Dog.
that? What'd you back up for like that? You're like, like it was like you were repulsed by the
Yes.
mention of anything that would possibly be over at Universal.
You couldn't have found a Disney quote to make that point.
No. They don't have anything like that.
Darn.
What if I said the word Comcast?
Ugh, that's even worse. Just gave me a chill, like in a bad
I'm
way.
going to say, no, that could make a Disney reference there. He's like, Mufasa. Ooh, say it again.
Yeah.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so they're still going to do stuff like, party exclusive stuff like the Space Mountain, high energy holiday tunes, which I think the
Have you done that
Halloween
one?
one's better. I have done that one. It was kind of chaotic. It was like very loud Christmas music and then red and green lights flashing around.
It was as if anxiety was in control.
Probably right. Anxiety's Space Mountain.
Maybe they could do that theme in the future.
And they'll do the Tomorrowland Speedways They have like those big Christmas decorations out there that they only light up during the Christmas party, which is kind of stupid. If you're there on a non-party night, it's like you didn't pay to see these lights on, so we won't show you. And of course, the teacups or the Mad Tea Party has wacky Christmas theme on it, which not going to ride that. And of course, Jingle Cruise, but that's available for everyone.
I was going to say the teacups could also be associated with anxiety.
Right. Yeah, it could. Spinning. I'm spinning. I do like, that was my favorite part of the Inside Out 2 was the end, of course, once Joy was like, okay, anxiety, you need your little chair and your little, like, sit there and take a breather. It was kind of nice. Very symbolic, like, anyway.
How about the part where, what was it? It says something along the lines of, what is it, like you get older, you forget about joy or something like that, or you feel less joy, I think is what the word they used.
Yeah. You have
Anyway,
all these
ahead.
other emotions crowding out your joy. Sure. I guess that makes sense. Monsters, Inc. Well, it says it puts some ha 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 in their ho 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 with a seasonal show.
Okay.
That's the tagline. I'm not going to touch that one. So it says new for 2024. Beyond a new merchandise collection, nothing else has been announced for 2024. So new merch, that's about it. So more prices, but not anything new other than merch.
Nothing to add to the value.
This Michael Scott's pretzel looks pretty cool. This is a party exclusive food. If you remember the pretzel episode of The Office where he got the works, that's basically what this looks like.
This is it. I was going to say, this is at Disney?
Yeah.
This is like, they didn't call it that. Obviously, that was yours.
Because that's
I was about to say,
NBC.
That's a Universal product.
Yeah, no, you're
product.
Right. You're rubbing off on me. Oh. Yeah. There's a soundbite.
There's an office. A soundbite.
But anyway, yeah, there's several, exclusive party treats and stuff that you have to pay extra for, in addition to getting the free whatever. Would you like this holiday dinner hot dog at Casey's? It is an all-beef hot dog with turkey and gravy, fried onions, and cranberry sauce.
I don't really think so. I mean, I like cranberry sauce. That combination of stuff especially with fried onions, does not sound appealing.
That's like a holiday dinner on top of your
fried onions?
Yeah, it's like, you eat the green beans with the fried onions. Isn't that a traditional holiday?
Some of them do, but I mean, there's no green beans in there. Are you putting it on top of, essentially on a hot dog? I mean,
as well. They also have fries.
A turkey dog. Yeah, I just don't see that.
Well, it's an all-beef hot dog, but it's with turkey on it. It's like
all beef hot dog
turkey
with turkey.
Mm-hmm. And gravy, fried onions, cranberry sauce.
That doesn't sound appealing to me, but I mean, could make it good. I don't know. Would you try it?
Well, it's a party exclusive, so you have to be at the party to get it.
Well, then no, I wouldn't try it because I'll never be there for it.
You can also get the French fries with that on top. And there's a candy cane tart. A chocolate tart filled with peppermint ganache. Yeah, it looks ridiculous. Where is this pretzel?
I find it hard to justify going to either of the parties these days. If I
Main
were going to
Street
do
snack.
one, it would probably be the Christmas one now, just because I think I like it better.
Yes. So let's take a look at the resorts really quick about what they're going to do. So at the All-Stars, not a lot. You get a mini gingerbread bundt cake. I'm just saying
food-wise.
Yeah, okay. Holiday exclusive food stuff. Basically from now until January 1st. A mini, spelled like Minnie Mouse, gingerbread bundt cake with cream cheese icing. That's the only thing they mentioned at All-Stars.
Well, that sounds pretty good, though. It sounds like something I would eat.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom Lodge, festive tart. A vanilla tart shell with banana cake, caramel sauce, matcha crunch, chai mousse, green magic shell topped with holiday lights. and animal print Mickey.
Well, hopefully they're not real lights, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it looks like sprinkles.
be a little crunchy.
Yeah, right. Glass. Art of animation and landscape of flavors, a holiday cupcake. So there's nothing. I mean, it's all dessert stuff, basically.
I bet that the deluxe resorts have something more, just like you mentioned with Animal Kingdom Lunch. Like, give me another deluxe resort and see if they got something.
All right, Beach Club is a holiday Mickey cupcake. Vanilla cupcake with white chocolate mousse, colored buttercream, holiday sprinkles, and white chocolate candy cane.
Is that different than the one that was going to be over at the Art of Animation?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay, let's see. Did they do something unique at, say, Polly? Do you have anything for Polly?
I'll look in a second. Beaches and Cream, though, I just wanted to mention that. They have a cookie butter milkshake.
Ooh.
With caramel drizzle, holiday sprinkles, topped with a Christmas tree cupcake. Interesting.
I know what Wilford Brimley would say about that.
Diabetes.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
if you were here.
The one drawback I have about that, so the Captain Cook's does have another cupcake, by the way, but it's like everything is dessert related. Like,
well, that's what the holidays is about, right?
Sit down. I don't know.
Everything they've ever done for it that I know is about sweets.
I mean, yes, but I mean, Thanksgiving and stuff.
I thought sweet was what you liked, though.
Not so much anymore. I don't love sweets nearly like I used to.
Okay.
Now that I've lost a lot of weight, I guess.
So it made you not want sweets by doing so? Or
basically.
You just did, or it was part of the process?
I guess it was, but I mean, once you sort of go off of it, you don't really want it anymore.
Right.
Like for
an
Halloween.
addictive substance.
Right. Like my kids' Halloween candy and stuff, it's like, I don't want any of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not
proof that it's an addictive substance.
Yeah, once you wean yourself off of it, you're like, I don't really want that anymore.
Yep.
Captain Cook's has a festive cupcake, chocolate cupcake, peppermint mousse, streusel, and chocolate decor, which is basically a chocolate palm tree. That's very cute. It looks like...
See?
Melekalikimaka.
That's fun to say. Melekalikimaka.
It is, yeah.
Is the wise way.
There's also a holiday Dole Whip. So it's Dole Whip lime with pineapple juice, white chocolate piece, and strawberry popping candy. So, in other words, Pop Rocks.
I've never understood the appeal to Pop Rocks. I mean, it's like a novelty thing.
This is very random, but have you tried which I'm talking about not eating sweets, but yet I've eaten these, is the Coca-Cola Oreos. Have you tried those?
No.
It's bizarre. It tastes just like, it's like you're eating Coca-Cola.
Proof again that Coca-Cola is pretty much nothing but sugar. So, because if you eat an Oreo, can taste like it.
Yeah. But it's like the bottom of the Oreo is the same.
You're eating Coca-Cola.
It's weird. You should try one.
I didn't even know they existed until you just told me this.
Yeah, you can find them at it's like a limited thing. But it has Pop Rocks in it because when you start biting it, it starts to it tastes like the fizziness.
Oh, that's
when the Pop Rocks kick in. But it literally, it's red. The top of the cookie is red, but it tastes just like Coca-Cola in food form.
It's funny you should mention that, though, but I know that it's supposed to be just the coloring, right? Like they just changed the food coloring or whatever it is they put in it. But for some reason, the Halloween ones taste a little different and a little better. Have you ever noticed that? The orange
Halloween
ones,
Oreos,
yeah.
I do like those. I did.
But you would think, since they're just really using food coloring, you would think there wouldn't be a difference, but they seem to be. Or at least maybe it's psychological. I don't know. Once again, on a rabbit trail, though.
Right, I know.
One thing leads to another.
Well, I'm just looking at all these. It's basically just different cupcakes. So, like, for example, at Wilderness Lodge, they have a peppermint igloo, which is a white chocolate igloo filled with white chocolate peppermint mousse and dark chocolate cake, and it's got a little snowman on the front.
It's kind of weird incorporating an igloo into the Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
they just conquering a different wilderness. This is the Alaskan wilderness that we're incorporating here.
Yes. I'm not understanding.
That's kind of strange. I don't get the connection.
At Le Petit Cafe at the Riviera, gingerbread eggnog.
Okay. Where's that?
Gingerbread, eggnog, panna cotta, and raspberry gel. So it's like at Riviera. It looks interesting.
See there, I knew if we went to the deluxes, we could find a little something different.
Yeah, this looks even better. It's a gingerbread cookie. It's a European-style gingerbread, dark chocolate, and sugar glaze. That I would like. I love
that you would
dark
spring
chocolate.
for.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm curious about the lime Dole Whip, though. I feel like I would like the lime.
Curious about that chicken eating a rock.
Sure. So, let's see. Any other stuff? Oh, what is this skating show coming to Hollywood Studios? It sounded bizarre, didn't it?
Oh.
I heard the headline.
Is it like celebrities on ice? I mean, what?
I don't know. It's in front of the Chinese theater.
That could go either way. That could be skating, or that could be dead celebrities, right? Celebrities on ice. Anyway,
that's terrible. Walt's head.
Yes, right.
Apparently. Yeah. So, what is this show going to be? The show will take place in the center stage area in front of Chinese theater. While the concept sounds good, I'm not sure how practical the location will be. Viewing angles are going to be tough. Yeah. Is it a ice skating thing? Because how is that going to work? It can't be ice skating, right? Roller skating? It's going to be weird, but okay. Is this just for Jollywood? I don't think so. Oh, I wanted to mention this story because we forgot to do it last week.
We did? I disagree. I don't forget to do any of these things.
Yes, you did. You don't remember forgetting this story? Swan
Obviously
Dolphin.
not. Swolfen? Yes.
The Swolfen and the Swan Reserve are getting a huge
Chinese theater.
Speaking, that's what made me think of it, by the way, looking at the Chinese theater. All right, so the Swan and Dolphin is getting a 200. Yes, and the Swan Reserve. So how do you work that in?
You reserve the Swolfen. I don't know.
Although Swan Reserve just opened, so I don't know if it's going to get...
It's not getting that. I thought we did mention this about it getting an overhaul.
I don't remember talking about it, because 200... I may have thrown it in at the end. But $275 million
we did
transformation. We didn't go in detail on this. I would have...
We did, because we talked about, is it going to include changing the beds to being...
Yeah, we chatted about that, but we didn't talk about it on the recording.
If you say so.
We didn't. It will include 120,000 square foot expansion of their event space. And it says specifically renovation of guest rooms at the Swan, but it doesn't say the Dolphin. Which I'm like, they got to do that. Because we chatted about this, because it's like, they really need to do something about those no view rooms at the Dolphin. You can get a room with no view.
So what if, just stay with me here.
Mm-hmm.
What if they don't have plans for the Dolphin because they have plans to change entirely the Dolphin?
I don't know. You mean because it's such an eyesore, they won't knock off like the
I don't know.
top
They decided
15 floors or something?
They decided to create the new hotel with the name Swan in it.
Yeah, so, Swan Reserve, yeah.
Why didn't they choose Dolphin?
Does the Dolphin get a bad rap?
Maybe. Maybe they're ashamed of the Miami Dolphins. Who knows?
Yeah. It says technology enhancements as well.
Yeah. Stop looking at me, Swan.
Okay. So it says we look forward to delivering a major transformation for our customers, because they're not a Disney resort, so they say customers. The enhancement will be a great addition to our iconic and award-winning operation. It positions our property to remain at the forefront of meeting and convention venues globally, which that's basically what they are trying to do, is just be a big convention hotel.
Sure.
But yeah, so they don't mention anything specifically about the Dolphins room, but the Dolphin rooms definitely need bigger beds. That's the big problem with that. So
my bad.
So let's see really quick. What else is happening? There's a Mickey Elf popcorn bucket coming to the Christmas party. So look for that on eBay.
Elf?
Yes, it's Mickey in an elf costume, and it holds like 5 popcorn kernels, so you know it's going to be very popular.
Tell me you're running out of ideas without telling me you're running out of ideas.
There you go. Just show me. It says Santa's Christmas Carnival announced for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Have you heard about this?
I can't say that I have.
Santa's Christmas Carnival looks like it'll be in the relaxation zone tent towards the back of Storybook Circus. Currently planned, basically where Pete's Silly Slide show is. So is it just like Meet Santa? Yeah,
Possibly.
looks like what it is, yeah. It's basically turned into like a little North Pole area so you can meet Santa.
And I'm going to say in Disney World, you can find Santas of all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, which is nice. Whatever Santa means to you, you can find it.
Like, whatever Santa floats your dang boat.
Speaking of crazy, ridiculous, expensive experiences, that $800 per person New Year's Eve California Grill experience, that's basically Tiana's New Year's Adventure. Is that what it was called?
New Year's Adventure?
That's what it's called, yeah. It's almost like a dinner show, dinner theater kind of thing. But
so
it's
they literally
$800.
took the name of the new ride and just made it New Year's themed.
Yeah.
Instead of saying Bayou.
Yeah. It sounds a lot like a dinner show because it says a whimsical surroundings where you'll see Tiana and Naveen. They've stopped by to sample the cuisine, meet some new friends, and assist Tiana's friend, Chef Matthew. But wait, there's a twist. With the help of Mommy Odie's magic, Lewis and a few of Tiana's other critter pals have crashed the party. Throughout the night, Mama Odie will cast playful spells to help Lewis and friends stay out of sight of Tiana and Naveen. However, Tiana is smart. She will get to the bottom of who crashed this party, but she'll need your help to do it. So it's like I said, it sounds like dinner theater.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like
a mystery dinner,
like a Tiana-themed murder mystery.
Right.
Except there's no murder.
Right, except this is Disney, so there's definitely no murder. Right.
Well, I don't know about that. There can be murder in Disney, but
well, if it's a parent, yeah, I guess they love killing parents. But anyway, they do, don't they?
Well, they used to like killing villains, but they haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Now we're just misunderstood.
Yeah,
they're
either they're like reformed villains or they're
just misunderstood.
There's no hope for these villains.
Yeah,
there's no there's never any death for these villains.
Yeah. So it says as you float between the rooms, you get to indulge in delicious New Orleans-inspired dishes, including delectable caviar. That's why it's $800 a person. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent amount of food. There's a sushi station, a hot seafood station. So it's kind of like a buffet from the grill, desserts and stuff. And it includes champagne and stuff too. So
champagne?
For $800, it better include champagne. Better have gold dust in it.
I couldn't see myself doing this.
Yeah, I mean, $800, but it's a dinner show.
Yeah, the whole thing with the dinner show, though, it almost sounds like they were taking elements that they had in the Star Cruiser, right? Just different surroundings, and then trying to incorporate that here. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like that, doesn't it?
Charged a premium price on top of that, so it sounds like they've learned very little from the Star Cruiser.
Right. They've learned nothing. But yeah, from 7 p.m. until 12:30 a.m., so just after midnight. Of course, you get to stop and watch the fireworks at midnight as they fill the sky to ring in the new year. Can't wait for 2025. The next year's going to be... Can't wait for that. So excited for the next...
You're supposed to always be optimistic because you're leaving a year behind.
Sure. Yeah, the next year, I can't wait for that. But anyway... Actually,
think of how at the end of 2019, how optimistic you were.
Well, right, exactly. And then very quickly, it went downhill from there.
Anyway.
Actually, I do have my half marathon to look forward to in January, so I hope I'm ready for it, though.
For Disney, 2025 is going to be an interesting year. We'll have to see how they do attendance-wise.
Yeah. I think, it's going to be an interesting year in a lot of ways. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I don't know. We'll all find out together. Let's find out together, shall we? All right. So, yeah, lots of holiday happenings. I think that's really going to wrap it up. One thing we mention about Reflections, if it's still going to be called that resort? Construction is
Who is
going
that
underway.
girl? Oh, sorry.
Who's that hotel I see being built off of Bay Lake? Yeah. It doesn't really.
Not at all. It doesn't have the same ring at all.
No. But wasn't that Mulan, not Pocahontas?
That was Mulan.
Yeah.
That was the song in which we discovered Christina Aguilera.
Right. Construction is moving ahead, even though I don't think they've officially announced this. Why didn't he talk about this at D23 if it was happening? Kind of
Maybe
weird.
They didn't know it was happening. Hey, we have enough money in the budget. We can put this back on the dock.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, one other thing. Olaf's scavenger hunt. So every festival has like a scavenger hunt for the kids.
Yeah.
Of course, the prices goes up every year because now it's $10 per person to do it, to get a map.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you get? So Olaf has like all these little gingerbread, and so you have to find him at each World Showcase pavilion. What is the gift that you get, though? Does it say?
You
it
get
say.
to find out what frozen things do in summer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you get a prize, but it doesn't say what it is yet. I guess because it's not festival holidays yet. So, but yeah, usually it's not worth the $10 you have to pay to do it. But it gives the kids something to do. Although they get tired of looking halfway through, and then you just Google where the rest of them are.
I'm going to say, what they should do is they should give like a glass of water, and they're like, oh, thanks. And I was like, yes, this is what frozen things do in summer.
That would be hilarious. Here's a glass of water. For $10. That sounds like Disney. Here's your $10 prize, a cup of water. With like some eyes and a carrot in it.
Now that would be a little weird.
Morbid.
Because what were the eyes made out of in this case? I'm trying to remember.
Coal, was it? Was it coal?
Was it coal?
Or do you just have normal eyes? I don't know.
Actually, you know what? His eyes were, part of the magic, right? So
yeah.
He had something for buttons, though.
He had coal for buttons, I guess.
Yeah, that must have been it.
Or his, whatever it was. And sticks for arms.
Okay. Yes, and sticks. If you were to put a stick in the glass of water, anyway.
That'd be funny. All right, so I guess for now that'll wrap this episode up. Happy holidays to all, and where can we be found?
Well, we can be found on Facebook, X, and Instagram. That is all at TWTM Podcast. We have a Spreadshirt store still, in which you can get your exclusive TWTM merchandise. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/TWTM Podcast. And we have a YouTube channel as well, which the episodes are now airing on there, and just the audio, basically, but it's still on there. And where can we find that at?
Our website, travelingwiththemouse.com. You can email us podcast at travelingwiththemouse.com. And for John, my name is Adam, and this has been Traveling with the Mouse. We hope you enjoy your holidays and to join us on our next trip.
I should say, just hoping you enjoy your holidays makes it sound as though we're not going to be on the air again until after the holiday.
Well, enjoy the holiday season.
Are you just saying that in case?
No. We will be back next week.
Are you expecting something?
A meteor?